how to make $8,500 investment to $50,000 or $60,000 within 1 year. I think it's correct that if you want to make big money, you have to invest in big project, but it takes time to do that. When you first start, it's not going to happen. Even if you invest with somebody that does big things, $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, your return's not going to be that significant that you're going to make a lot of money. Yes, you're going to grow over time with that person, but you're not going to make a lot of money in the beginning. What if you can buy a house and put 3.5% down and make $50,000 in 1 year? Is that a better investment than investing in a property that costs $200 million and just have $10,000 or $20,000 invested in it? What is the return you're going to get that year with this particular property? If you buy a house, for example, right now, and you're going to live in it in 1 year, you can get an FHA loan for 96.5% of the value. So let's say you buy a house for $250,000. You're going to have to come up with something like $7,000 to close on this particular property. If you renovate this house and you can improve and get the property valued within a year for, let's say, another $50,000, $60,000, all of a sudden you have an equity of a house that you purchased for $250,000. Let's say you put $50,000 into it, and you can get a loan for that as well, so you don't have to come out of pocket for that. And you have $300,000 invested completely into this property. Within a year or two, this property can be worth $350,000, $360,000. You made $60,000 profit that's pretty much tax-free. Why? Because if you own your own property and you live in it within 1 year, if you're single, up to $250,000, you don't pay taxes when you sell it, so you don't pay any capital gains on that. And if you're married, up to $500,000 capital gains, you don't pay any taxes. So it's tax-free. You made $50,000 to $60,000 within a year without paying any taxes on an investment that's less than $10,000. So you do the math. You invest $10,000 and you made $50,000 to $60,000 within a year or so. Can you do it with somebody else if you invest $10,000 on a $200 million property within a year? Can you 5x your investment within 1 year? It's a question you need to research and see for yourself. I think it's not doable within 1 year. You can maybe 2x it or 3x it within 1 year, and most of those investments not going to give you profits within 1 year. You're going to have to stay at least 5 years into the deal, because this is usually what they do, and I don't blame them, because you want long-term investors in your properties. So you have to be long-term. But if you just start and you don't have the patience, you can start small. You can make money in a smaller version of investing and still make 5x on your money. Let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. This week I found a house for $280,000 sales price. It's a 3 bedrooms, 2 full baths in an A location where we live. We negotiated the price down to $250,000. Right now, we probably need to put about $50,000 into it. Within 3 days after we finish the renovations, we can sell this house for $360,000. How do I know that? My real estate agent showed me comps of what sold in the area within the last 6 months over there. Within the last 2 weeks even. Houses in the same size, same location, sold for $360,000 when they were completely renovated. So this is the perfect example for somebody that just starts. They can buy this house with an FHA loan, 3.5% down. They can get this house and renovate it, live within this house in 1 year for 1 year, and then sell it, probably for more than that, and make $60,000 to $50,000 profit without paying any taxes. How do I find those kind of deals? What I do is I talk to my real estate agent on a daily basis. I make them look for anything that's in my area that I think that's a good area for investment. I'm looking for deals. I'm looking for properties that are underpriced. I'm looking for properties that sat so long in the market that nobody sells it. I'm looking to make a deal happen. Once I found this deal, I'm making an offer. I'm negotiating this offer. If I got it, great. Then I'm doing inspection. Then I'm seeing if anything wrong in the house that I didn't see, because you can negotiate the price even more. Then I can talk to a mortgage lender. Then I can have them finance that deal for me. I can do all that, improve the property, and then I can refinance it, cash out if the property goes up in value, or I can sell it after 1 year and pay only 20% capital gain taxes. If I live in it, I don't pay any taxes after 1 year. This is basically what's the component of me looking at deals. And I'm doing it in any kind of property, in small properties and in big properties. You have to look at what's happening in your area. You have to see what's going on a daily basis, because you will see stuff that's sitting on the market for a long time. You can see stuff that's selling right away and you want to know why it happens. And when you buy something in areas that something sell right away, that's set along for a long time, this is when you have your comparison of what you can sell it for. Is that a good area to invest in? All of that components have to come into fruition, but you have to look at it on a daily basis. That's your data. This is how you can start learning your market. This is how you can start seeing what's the trends and what's going on in your area. So I think it's not always that you have to invest in big properties. You can also invest in smaller properties, especially when you're new in this game. So you can invest in a single family home. You can invest in a duplex, in a triplex, in a fourplex. All of those properties you can buy with 3.5% down because it can be owner occupied. So you can have an investment property when you first start and still live in one of the units and benefit from the rental income. You can improve it, and you can make money when you sell it. And all of that tax-free, because when you live in it, you're not going to pay capital gain taxes after 1 year. So it's not completely correct when you say and when you see you have to invest in big properties to make it. No, you can start small. And if you do it year after year after year, imagine in 5 years how much money can you make versus investing in the stock market that if you don't know what you're doing, you're probably going to lose your money. Most of the people put their money in 401k, so they cannot take it out for the next 30 years if they're just starting investing in it. When you do take it, you're going to have to start paying taxes on this income that you're getting. In real estate, it's different. You can make money year after year after year and still enjoy all the tax benefits that come with it. You can enjoy the depreciation, the appreciation. If you buy more than one unit, you can enjoy the cash flow from the rental income. It's not going to be a lot, but it's going to be something. And you can enjoy the profits that you're going to, when you sell the property, without paying any capital gains if you live in that property. If you don't live in this property, you pay 20% capital gain. It's still better than investing in something else that have regular income coming in and you're going to pay your tax bracket income, which most of the time is 27% and up. So I think that when you first start, you definitely should look at investing in a smaller properties and then build yourself and know the game and learn while you're doing it. And then after 5-10 years, start investing in bigger properties. I didn't start with a big property when I first came here. And I'm doing it for 29 years. And I still think that if you find small deals, you should do it because it's a great flip that can give you great cash flow or great income when you sell it, as far as one lump sum of money that you can make. $50,000, $60,000, $100,000. And you can take that money and invest in something bigger. So if you do, let's say, 5 houses within 5 years and you make $50,000 to $100,000 profit on each property, you can make $250,000 to $500,000 within 5 years. Put that on a $2.5 million property that can be 20, 30 units. You can take advantage of the interest rate when they're high, because then you can buy it in a better price. Lower prices give you a better property in a good location in a lower price. And when the interest rates are low, you can refinance it. You can cash out. Property's value is going to go up because interest rate is low, so people can afford a better house in a better location because the interest rate is lower, so the payments are lower. Real estate is always a great investment, whether interest rates are high or whether they're low. You can always play it to your benefit. You can get creative with owner financing right now because interest rates are high, insurance rates are high. You can do all that, but you can get a lot of good properties and keep them and look for the long run and invest to the long run. Don't try to invest also and have quick money like a quick scheme rich game. It's not going to happen. Real estate is a long-term investment, and it's very difficult to make it just in real estate. And a lot of people don't tell you that. And if you look at a lot of those gurus, they don't just invest in real estate. They have other businesses that cash flowing. They have seminars, they have programs they sell you, they have other businesses that they invest in. Real estate is part of it. And that's correct. Why? Because I believe, and I'm going according to what I learned, especially from Judaism, that you have to invest in three different manners. You have to have your portfolio divided to three. 1/3 of the portfolio needs to be in real estate. 1/3 of the portfolio needs to be in a business, or you need to have a job that brings you regular income that can pay your bills. And one part of your portfolio needs to be in cash that you collect from both of those avenues to invest in properties, to invest in other businesses. Sometimes when your business doesn't do well, you have to inject cash into it. Sometimes when real estate doesn't do well, you have to inject cash into it. Sometimes you can find deals because other people don't do well, and you can buy it in a great discount. So you need to have cash to do that. So all of that have to come into fruition. You cannot just do one thing. That's why people have to saying that you have to have different stream of income, different investment opportunities. It's correct, but it's all have to come into fruition. You can go in different businesses, but they all have to tie in together. You're only going to make money if you're going to do something about it. You can learn all you want, you can look at videos all you want, but if you're not going to be bold enough and have skin in the game, you will never make money. If you don't do the first step and invest in something, you will never make any money. So the first thing you need to do is find a property, put it on the contract, and actually go through with it. Don't be scared, but be smart. Make sure that you have all your data with you. But don't be afraid to invest in something just because you're scared that something bad's going to happen. Because in real estate, no matter what, if it's in the right area, if you bought it correctly, you will never lose money. It doesn't matter if the interest rates are high or interest rates are low. You're always going to make money in real estate. It takes time, but you have to make the first move and invest and do something about it and not just sit in the backside and say, oh, I wish I did this and I wish I did this. Because you're never going to make it in life if you wish for something. You wish for something, but you go through with it. That's how you make it. If you have any questions about real estate, please put it in a comment. I will answer you back. I have many people that ask me a lot of questions before and I always respond. Don't be shy, don't be afraid. Do something about it.